been requested by a subscriber, so I'll do my best. It's on the Bracknell Bees, my local ice hockey team. So I don't know how interesting this will be, but we're going to do a little brief history. The team was founded in 1987, and before the Super League was formed in 1996, it was in Heineken Division 2, and then Heineken, pulled their sponsorship after a while, and they joined the English Division 1, which they won in 89-90, and they were in the lower levels of British ice hockey for a while. They then joined the Super League, the ISL Super League, which they won in 99-2000. So they were there for about 8 years. They left in 2000-2003 because there were some financial difficulties with other teams, and they wanted to join the British National League to reduce some running costs. I've done a video on British ice hockey, the history of it, and there is that. This links into my history video I did a couple of days ago. There were some financial problems with some of the teams, which led to the Super League going out of business. British National League, Bracknell won that in 04-05 and then left. Yes, they left. Yes, and they joined the EPIHL, which they won the playoffs in 06-07 and they won the league title in 07-08. Now, Challenge Cups is where it's a bit different than North American ice hockey. So for each level you're in, you play in the Challenge Cup. We won the Challenge Cup at the various levels we've been at 4 times: 88, 89, 89, 90, 04, 05, and 07, 08. And I'm not, so there's that. In this entire period of time, there was some financial problems. After 2005, Mr. John Knight was like, I'm going to stop running the team, and the Taylor family came in. They also bought the Bay State Bison, which was a hideous mistake, and in 2008, 2009, it went a bit wrong. So the fans took over and ran the team for several years, and then they decided to sell it on to who was it? Another group of owners who made an absolute pig's ear of it. And then lately, there's been new owners brought in. So now, eventually, we've got some kind of direction where we're going to go. And the EPIHL ended in 2017, so we joined the NIHL league structure, which is the lower levels of British ice hockey for this season just gone, and we played Division 1, the South, which is the Britain division. Okay, so that's a brief history. Reasonable successful for the size of the team that it is, because some of the teams in the Elite League, and there were rumours that we were going to join the Elite League at one point, and they broke down, and we stayed in the British National League, and we were going to leave the British National League and go to the Elite League in 05, and it was decided to join the EPIHL instead. We could have been an Elite League team. That is so frustrating, but there were talks and they broke down. We've had some stand-up players. We've had Jamie Crapper, who was also the, one of the coaches as well in the past, but he scored 744 points in 153 games. That is insane. Darren Frigden came from Ferris State University. He scored 207 points in 21 games. Now we've got some of the more long-serving. Jamie Crapper was one of the first coaches and players that we had. He's a legend. His number's been retired. His number 20 has been retired. Matt Cote was with the team for 10 years, from 1990 to 2000. He was part of the ISL Super League winning side. He retired after he left us. We retired his number. It's up in the rafters. He's number 8. Chris Brandt, also known as Chief, scored 203 points in 51 games in the 99-2000 ISL season, and he also got 166 penalty minutes. That is insane. He spent 6 seasons with the team, so he was also part of the leadership corps. And then you had David Whistle, who was the coach at the time, who was also an ex-player. He coached the side to the title. And then you had Lucas Smittle, who also ended up being our coach at one point, and he had 2 spells with the team, and he won the EPIHL title in 06-07. No, he won the playoffs in 06-07. He got scored 109 points that season, but he also won the EPIHL title in 07-08. They're some of our standout players. I've got obviously jerseys, I've got scarves, beanies, all sorts. Water bottles. Yeah, I've got my water bottle. People forget that over here we do have ice hockey teams, and we're proud of them. This links into my history of British ice hockey. We are not one of the oldest teams in the country, but we're one of the most consistent teams since 1987. We've had some troubled times off the ice. There's been some money issues. In the second half of that list of that history, there's been a few money problems in the last 10 years. Just a few. But the fact the team's been going for 30 years, this is the 31st year they'll be going, 31st season, that says something about, the drive to keep the team going. We hold the record crowd for an EPIHL match. We hold, I think, a record crowd for an NIHL match, I believe, this season. This season's crowd record. So yeah, we have some interesting stats. We've had some interesting players. During the various NHL lockouts, we've had the occasional NHL player pop up. And we've had some good rivalries with Basingstoke and Guildford over the years, and Swindon. So the Guildford Flames, Basingstoke Bison, and Swindon Wildcats, we've had some very interesting rivalries, and Milton Keynes, both Lightning and Thunder, and Slough Jets. We've had some interesting rivalries and some real fun times. But anyway, that's a little brief history. I'm not great at going through all the numbers and everything season by season. Otherwise, I would have to have a big load of notes, and I try and keep my notes simple and my videos simple. So thank you very much for watching. This was a request by a subscriber. Place your comments below if you've ever seen a Bracknell Bees play, or if you've ever seen British ice hockey, or you want to see it. Place your comments below. And I'll have some more videos for you soon.